Okay, so second video I'm posting. To start off, if you're hearing music in the background, I do not own the rights to it. It's just what I'm listening to. It's Imagine Dragons. It's great. Anyways, baby is asleep. What do we talk about? Relationships, life, family, okay? Family can be difficult. Some people think that because you're a family, you have to love one another and you're forced to, no matter what toxic things your family may have. Not true, which a lot of us are aware of that, but it's hard. How do we really know when enough is enough? How do we get away from the guilt of blood is not always thicker than water, people? Not always. Sometimes you have to realize your friends can be more than family. Your siblings, they're your family. Doesn't mean you have to love them. If you have toxic family members in your life, why should you sit there and continue a relationship if there is no gain to either one of you? If you have toxic family, who says, oh, because they're your family, you have to love them? That's one of the dumbest lines I've heard. But I grew up in that kind of setting. I grew up thinking that, oh, they're my family, so I have to love them no matter what. Till one day, when I met my husband, I do realize you should love your family. If you have good family, family is important to you. But if you have family that makes you feel bad about yourself, that criticizes and judges you, or you've had issues with your family in the past, it is okay to not have the most positive feelings towards them. I have come to find a very good man in my life who loves me for who I am. I have found a friend through work who has become a very good friend of mine and knows a lot about my past, to someone that I grew up with as a close family member who did one of the worst possible things to me. And for years, we continued a friendship. I just ignored the feelings that I had, the betrayal, the sadness, just the horrificness of what I felt due to something that just for years I suffered through all this pain, and I just pushed it down and pretended like everything was fine with this person. No matter how many times I confronted them about what they did that upset me, I still continued a friendship with them, and I just decided that, this is what it is, and maybe I'm the one who's crazy. Until one day I realized I wasn't, and I let that toxicness go, and I decided to move on with my life and cut this person out completely. Okay? And I cannot tell you how much of a relief that I have felt since then. I feel so much better about myself, about my thoughts, and everything, because I don't have this person constantly trying to keep me underneath them to, control and manipulate into who they want me to be. I decided to live my life for me, and that's it. And it has been the most amazing feeling since then. And that's something that I feel like a lot of us need to get through, because it's hard when you've got all these people in your head telling you what to think and what to do and what to believe, where you don't even stop to think for yourself. And that's really damaging to us as humans. We don't think for ourselves. It's hard if you feel torn between, okay, you have this person in your life that you should feel a certain way about, but you can't suffocate yourself. You can't stop being who you are as a person. And if you feel like somebody is in your life that is taking over that part of you, that you're losing a piece of yourself keeping this person happy, you don't stay with them. Because the more that you're living your life and you're not living out of your true heart and being who you need to be, what kind of life is that? Why should we listen to somebody telling us this is what you're supposed to do, or even worried about what other people might think? This is your life. You are the only person who's in control of it. Only you have the power to change you. No one outside can do it for you. It is all about you. And I'm a prime example. Everything that has happened, mainly everything that's happened in my life, has been because of me. I've tortured myself. I've been anxious because I make myself anxious because I'm an overthinker. How many of us seriously tend to overthink the smallest situations? So then we build up this whole situation in our head, this whole thing that has happened, and that ends up being nothing. We have wasted all that time and energy over something so small. Why be that way? If you have the power to control something, if you have the power to change something, then freaking do it. No one is holding you back but yourself. And 2020, as cliche as it is with all these people, new year, new me, 2020 has been my year to really face my demons. And I can only help but have everyone else do this for themselves as well. If you want to change something, you got to change it for you. There's nobody out there that's going to tell you to change it. Nobody's going to tell you what to do and how to change it.